Okay, so we're going to create a video today for dealing with Dma Ha, high availability. And before we do that, we're going to actually have to do some important prerequisites dealing with some DNS entries for the IPs, and we want to actually get the virtual IP address in there as well. So you kind of map out what you want to do when you deploy your topology, and kind of have IPs setting to one side. So let's get started. We have Resource Manager here at 178 IP address. This is the latest. This is a 10.2 build Resource Manager. And we have our two victims here, DMA1 and DMA2. This is, we're going to call this a 166 DMA, and this will be 167 DMA. We're going to add those into the DNS server. So, okay, so let's minimize all this and open our DNS entries. And here for our group, we're going to want to create a new host record. Let's do the first DMA1, 166 DMA. And we'll do 167 DMA. And we'll add our host, VIP DMA, which will be 73. Done. If I'm on the DNS address, give me 1 second. Okay, so first off here, we'll ping our, let's see here, ping 166 dma.austin.npi. Okay, resolvable, as it should be, it's online. Let's try 167. Resolves that address. And let's try our VIP. And it resolves it. Of course, that won't time out because it hasn't been will time out because it hasn't been assigned. So okay, so now that that's done and resolvable, let's move forward with setting up the NTPs on the new DMAs. There we go. DMA1, log in as admin, and Polycom with a capital P, 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4, standard default login. Here we've been in it before, so you didn't get the EULA when it popped up. Let's try this one here. And Polycom 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4. And here's the EULA that you would expect to receive. So we want to accept and move forward. Okay. These are both online. We'll go to DMA 1 or 166 DMA, and we will set the system time. Okay, so selecting time zone, we're going to use NTP servers. We've got them in-house, ntp1.polycom.com, ntp2, ntp3, and updates. We'll let it go through its resource restarting process, and we'll move to the next. And update. Okay, both servers are going through a restarting process. We'll give it a few minutes here. While those are rebooting, let's check our resource manager, which again, we've already logged in here and applied licenses. But we'll check the NTP time on this as well. So I believe we did it on the earlier video where we were dealing with supercluster, but we'll just make sure here. And there we go. So we've got our time here. Let's go ahead and try to add in some more. 2 and 3. Looks like here IP address or DNS resolved names separated by spaces. So that's weird. Normally it's separated by commas, but we're going to try it here with our 3 NTP servers. So let's hit update. And it too is going to restart. So here in about 5 minutes, we'll be back online. Okay, we'll let our resource manager here continue to work, but let's check our DMAs and see if they're ready. I, of course, always want to log into them before they're ready. That web UI looks fine. Let's, this one looks good. Let's try logging in. 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4. Good, so that one's in. And okay, both DMAs are up. Yeah, they boot pretty quick after the time setting there. I think we waited a total of 5 minutes. I think the resource manager takes a little bit more time. So, a couple more minutes. Okay, resource manager just got up here. Let's see if we can log in. And we are in. So the next step we have on the list is to add the HA configuration to DMA number 1. So we will move to our 166 DMA, and from the menu up above we have admin and server and high availability settings. There's a note up on top. Please read it. There'll be a quiz on it Friday. We want to enable high availability and do our HA link. Okay, so our local IP here, the partner box, the pair box. Our IP for our VERP. and our virtual host name and submit. Changing HA configuration may restart the system. Once it's restarted, you must return to this page to configure the HA peer. Do you want to continue? Yes. So we have a invalid host name. VIP DMA Austin was specified on interface ETH0. So we're going to get rid of the full name and attempt this. And that worked beautifully. So basically we're logged out, the system will restart to apply the high availability settings. Once the system restarts, return to the high availability page and click the configure peer button to set up the peer. You may need to reload this page after the system restarts. Okay, so in our VM, it's already completed its restart. Let's try to reload the page. See, it's still just not exactly ready yet. Couple more minutes. Okay, so it looks like our web page changed a little here. Let's go ahead and hit advanced, proceed. Okay, we're back in. Let's log in. Okay, everything looks groovy. Let's go to admin, server, high availability settings, and now our option to configure the peer is here. So let's go ahead and click that. This will, the selected peer will be rebooted and its configuration will be replaced with the configuration from this device. So HMA must not be configured on the peer server prior to performing this action. After the other server reboots and the user interface screen, logon screen displays, you may not be able to log in for several minutes until the database is completely synchronized. So it makes sense to me. Pure IP, that's correct. That's the port it's going to use. You can't change it. We're going to go ahead and use our admin account here. I think nothing's changed, so it's a polycom with a capital P, 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4. If you've made that change, then you probably want to make sure you use the right password. So confirm action, yes, and at this point it should be restarting the other device. So we'll wait for it to boot up. We've got an alert down here. A system internal error occurred.
Error. Canadian button.
And now we've got where we're getting disconnected. So should be a few minutes. Right now down here it says 4:15. We'll pause it and see how long this takes. So okay, so thus far it's been 4 minutes. Let's go ahead. If we refresh this page, see what happens. Granted, it should take a little bit longer. Won't be ready by now, but just checking. 4 minutes, it does not appear that it's up and online yet. So a few more minutes, just as the message mentioned, for the database sync up. Okay, so we're right at 5 minutes, so we've got our screen. Let's go ahead and see if we can get back in. admin and telecom. 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4. And we are back in. We see status HA. Here's our cluster IP, the default territory. If we go to edit, click add. We can add our high availability status, which shows us some really nice stuff. Okay, so we can see that their status is up. ETH0. Here's our VERP address. There's our local peer, because I'm on box 2 right now, and then this one's saying the peer, because box 2 is talking to box 1, and we're both connected, and you can identify which one is the actual owner, which is box 1 right now. So next we'll jump on over to Resource Manager. Still log in here, and in our window for our instances, forget these other 2 DMAs from our previous video, but we're going to add our new instance of DMA. And it's going to be the device name. 6 DMA, and this is the 9.0.0.2 or 9.0. If you want to leave it there, let's see here, 10, 223, 36, 166, admin, and telecom, 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4. We will be putting the license configuration on this box, and at this time, just let her rip. This will come out, and this will push the licensing on out to the DMA. I'm going to wait for this a little bit here. We'll jump down to allocation. See if this changes. There we go. And license and allocation. We now see 166 in the list, and we will give it, 50 licenses. Save. And successful. We have our little sliver of life. Next, we will go in here for our instances and add in our DMA2 167. So DMA 9.0. 7. And this 2 will be for licensing. And allocation, we see it. Same 50. And we are successful here, so we've got another sliver of life. Next, we'll go back for our instances and add in our virtual name for integration. So here we're going to select DMA, The device name, VIP DMA, is basically what we've got it to. It's 9.0, 10.223.36.173. Same credentials. 1, 2, shift 3, shift 4. And service integration is where we're going to enable this one, and pick the two servers. We've got DMA 1 and 2 is our HA, and we're going to add them to our pool down below, as seen here, and hit OK.
Are we integrated to the other supercluster nodes? Or do we already integrate to the other DMA?
Oh, it's these ones right here. Is on 167. Okay, so again, this configuration. Let's take a break here. Cancel on 168. I believe it was. We had made it this piece, so this could be clashing with what we're doing. So we'll just take the integration off of this piece. Hit OK. Your typical deployment, you wouldn't have that already enabled. So, and we'll go back to our virtual. So, which is, need to add it back in. Here we go. Are we having fun yet? And admin. 1, 2, shift 4. Once again, integrate our devices here. Select our servers. We have 166 and 167. Add them below, as we see, and hit OK. That's what we're looking for. Now we have VIP DMA in the list. And there's our green check mark. It just popped in. So let's try the IP, or vipdma.austin.npi. Gotta learn how to spell Austin. I am so fired. Okay, so there's our new management address URL with the VERP. That's what we want. Go ahead and add this in as a trusted site if you like. Bookmark it. Do all your magic there. Let's go ahead and log in. Say our status here, HA, but let's go ahead and do our add. High availability status. You see that we're up. We are on the primary DMA1 or 166 DMA. It's the owner. got our backup, we're connected.
Integration.
And you should, when you go to the restart page, when you're looking at a H.
So logging into this page, you can actually see here off the VERP, you've got your dashboard, your high availability status that we had. But again, you can verify that you have your territory status in and online by having Resource Manager in here. So thank you, Ben. And let's see here. Over off Resource Manager itself, you'll see, we saw this earlier, we've got it in the list. What we don't see in the list are the other two DMAs, because now they're actually in a folder here. So in this folder, we actually have those other two DMAs. So they're here all in the list, and we're going to go ahead and try to do a failover to see if we can get this to go from the owner to here. So from our admin window here, we're just going to select shutdown and restart, and we're going to, what if we could do, I actually just want to pick the one we want. If we're on the primary one, we're going to restart it and select it and hit restart. Okay, it's been plenty of time here. Let's go ahead and refresh our window, log in, and see if it flipped roles from our primary to the other system, which we're anticipating. Here we see it's successful. We were on 166. It is not the VIP owner. And now the new VIP owner is the 167 DMA. This concludes the HA configuration, and in our lab we'll go ahead and do additional tasks, but we'll review those once again in class. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.